And we're live. I'm about to say the golden hour.
The golden shower hour? DJ Easy Dick.
We're already started out like that. The gentleman's hour. If you can't see my background, the gentleman's hour, a Beanie Boys podcast production, offspring. I don't know how you want to call it, but either way, it's two gentlemen.
Love child.
Love child. Yeah, the love child. The black sheep of the family. That's for sure. But you know our tagline, right? Just two gentlemen tackling the toughest subjects, one subject at a time. But actually, this is not a tough subject. This is actually reminiscing. I'm gonna give you the quote, and then you'll be able to tell what we're gonna talk about today. Growing up happens in a heartbeat. That's true. One day you're in diapers, the next day you're gone. But the memories of childhood stay with you for the long haul. Do you know where that quote is from?
What would you do if I sang out of tune?
The one years, bro. I don't know who said it, if it was Kevin or his pops.
No, I think it was the narrator, bro.
The narrator, huh?
Yeah, I think it was the narrator. I guess grown up Kevin Arnold.
Grown up Kevin. But does that not sum up, childhood, like, to a T? You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
You're in diapers. And, like, even think about your kids, like, your kids' childhood who you saw in a flash, in your eyes. Like, your kids are in diapers, you're changing them. The next thing, well, I don't want to say the next thing they're gone, we're gone, but, the next thing they're in school, the next thing they're in college, the next thing they're adults, and then the next thing, which neither one of us has had yet, but then we're grandfathers, it's like, it happens fast. I wish it would slow down, but, but that's our subject today, childhood, how we grew up, the good times, the bad times. And this is going to be a new segment. This is courtesy of Uncle Louie. He gave this suggestion. Sometimes you don't want to go all out. Sometimes you need a quickie, right? Sometimes you've got time. Or it's hot outside. Like, sometimes you don't have time to go full out. You know what I mean? Or the kids are only gone for half an hour. So what do? It's called a quickie. And so that's what we want to deliver to you guys. We want you guys to enjoy us, but in a quick fashion. I still want you to get the full pleasure, but in a quicker segment. So we're gonna try to keep this under 30 minutes. It's gonna be rapid fire. So we're gonna try it. If it works out good, hey, we're gonna mix these in with
get all the quickies you want.
Yeah, quickie, bro. And hey, that's my specialty. That's
That's the only thing I know.
Oh, is
come on, bro.
All right, so let's go. And again, also, like, I gotta start saying this at each one. For our faithful audience, please jump in, answer some of these questions, comment, tell us, hey, what was your favorite childhood? We're gonna talk about everything. So what was your favorite childhood experience? Jump in. Let's get this interactive. What is that called? Where everybody's meshing, everybody's talking, everybody, big old like group forum chat.
The forum. Yeah. The Beady Boy forum.
The Beady Boy forum. Beady Boy universe. Oh. Desiree makes his shirts. I got to give her props, and I got to give a shout out. Actually, I got in all of our titles, in all of our videos, I have a link to Desiree's shop where you can buy these shirts and other stuff. I got to start promoting that. But okay, here we go. Feet first, cannonball style. Jump in, deep end. What was your favorite toys or games as a kid? And go.
Favorite toys for sure. G.I. Joes. Thundercats.
Ding ding ding.
I actually had a Dukes of Hazzard, the General Lee.
How bad was what's her name? What was her name?
Daisy Dukes.
Oh, Daisy
Dukes.
Yeah. Speaking of Quickie, I'll be right back.
For real. I'm going now.
All right, Daisy. Hey, PG. Okay, so those were any other ones?
What are you gonna do? The original Nintendo.
Okay, that
for sure. The Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo.
Yep, that is my Nintendo. My favorite game, Tecmo Bowl. I got
Nice.
down on Zelda, Castlevania, Metroid, Kid Icarus, bro.
Nah, come on. You were on a roll and then you just messed up. What about Spy Hunter? Spy Hunter.
Oh, Spy Hunters was dope. Spy Hunter was dope. Had an edge to it, bro. Transformers.
Oh yeah, Transformers. Optimus Prime.
G.I. Joe. And then I also like, what was it? Thundercats.
Oh, Thundercats.
I liked She-Ra because I was a little horny ass little sucker.
Yeah. Oh, definitely He-Man, bro. Yeah.
Rapid fire. Hey, and He-Man, I think He-Man was gay. I don't think he was even into her, bro, because he never even paid her any attention.
If I was there,
I would have been just trying to rap the whole time.
I would have gone down, bro. Yeah, who cares what Skeletor's doing? Let him do whatever he wants.
Speaking of quickies, bro. Come on.
Yeah, for real. Yeah,
Let's go. Rapid fire. Next one. Favorite candies or treats? Go for it.
Favorite treats would be Munchos. You remember Munchos, the chips?
Munchos, none.
Yeah, bro. They were like a potato crisp. And then Candies, M&M, peanut M&Ms. Okay. Now and Laters. Shout out Rick.
Now and Laters.
And then Hubba Bubba, the chewing gum, for sure. Blow Pops.
Blow Pops are still around. So
yeah, Blow Pops are fire, dog. The watermelon one?
Sick, bro.
Fire.
God, bro. Those are
fire.
Those are, for me, anything grape flavored, bro. I loved like grape.
Swishers.
Squishers.
Swishers.
No, what were those things you froze and they had like names, like they were like little ices and they had
Otter Pops.
Grape Ape. Otter Pops.
Otter Pops. Fire.
Otter Pops. I went through those grapes like on the first day. As soon as we would pop them open, those grapes were gone. Big League Chew, grape.
Big League Chew is a shit.
Oh, bro, anything from the ice cream truck, bro. Anything for like everything in there was gold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just like the only thing was, do you have enough money? You know what I mean? Like
the only thing that sucked. You remember Pal?
Pal?
The little gum that was like a penny.
No,
you don't remember that?
I remember gold coins that were chocolate. It was disgusting.
I don't know what neighborhood you lived in, but we had Pal. We had Pal,
bro. Silmar, where you were from?
That's why. The ritzy part, I guess. Near the college.
I don't remember those, bro. I don't remember those. All right, let's go. We know. Hey, Quickie, bro. Think Quickie. In and out.
Pump and dump.
In and out. Pump and dump. Pull out method. Your first cartoon. Oh no. Favorite TV show.
Oh, the Wonder Years, bro. Wonder Years for sure.
Boom. That's my first.
Saved by the Bell.
Okay, that's my third.
Wait, how many do we got? I got Wonder Years, Saved by the Bell. So we go as far as Small Wonder, bro, with the little robot girl.
Tell me you were into that little robot, bro. She was like 6 years old.
Bro, I was like 7. What do you mean? We were ready. I'm not talking about it now.
Bro, you had a crush on Vicky?
Yeah, dog, no, the neighbor, the little redhead girl.
With that goofy ass dress she used to wear? No, she was basically a slave, bro. That was like
they had her working, a
modern day slave. That was not cool, bro.
Yeah.
All right, don't get us canceled, but for me, like you said, Wonder Years just hits, bro. That just hits. Growing Pains. You remember Growing Pains?
Yeah.
Silver Spoons.
I hated that fool, dog.
That fool had a train in his house.
I hated that fool, dog.
That fool had a train. Saved by the Bell, and I had a crush on all them chicks. Lisa,
Kelly Kapowski for sure.
Jesse, and Kelly, bro.
Yeah, Kelly Kapowski was my number one on that show. For sure. For sure.
And then this is real quick. I'm gonna make it quick, but this is like a Dallas and Falcon Crest. And the reason I put those down is because we used to watch them as a family. I know.
Soap opera?
My parents used to watch it. It was at night, but my parents would watch it, and we would all sit down together. And I can remember me and my dad would sit on the floor, lay on the floor. And my mom and sister would lay on the couch. So it's probably more nostalgia for like.
Yeah, I think it's the event of it
rather than the show. Yeah, but I just that brings back.
That's actually very heartwarming, bro. That's good. That's a good one, bro.
Yeah. Like those are one of the times I remember it's all together. So that one. Okay, next one. Who was the first cartoon character you had a crush on?
Cartoon character I had a crush on? Jessica Rabbit, probably? From Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh, how thick was she and how ahead of her time was she?
She was thick, bro.
Thick wasn't in.
I don't know. I never realized that. I think I liked her because she was fine. Body like a goddess. But she also liked little goofy freaking Roger Rabbit, dog. Like I think that like gave me a shot. Like, oh, I'm goofy and
Yeah, like
I'm
we're all,
silly.
yeah,
I think
like we all got gay.
yeah, that's the only reason I bought some red overalls, dude. I was like, I want to put these on. And I'm gonna find my Jessica Rabbit.
Bro, that was like the first time I was like, wait, what? And that honestly, that probably ruined me because I'm thinking not every woman has to be like
Silhouette.
you know what I mean?
The
Like
silhouette.
that's not real life, bro. And the fact that she was so like not just voluptuous, but like sultry, like the way she talked, and she just like that was just she was oozing set.
Yeah.
Who the hell is Dirty Dead? Hey, speaking of,
I'll be back. This is done.
I'll be back in 38 seconds. So for me, that was also Jessica Rabbit, but Little Mermaid, bro. Little Mermaid. And what about even Jasmine, her beautiful eyes?
Yeah, no, you can. I mean, we can talk about the princess all day, every day, but I'm gonna go Belle. Belle is my number one princess.
Oh, but she was so plain though, bro.
Yeah, but she like beastly guys like me, dog. You see when I get angry, dog? That's all me.
You could have that one. All right. Okay. Do you remember your first crush? And like when I say crush, like the first time you started getting them little tingles,
Like in real life or off of TV?
No, in real life.
Oh, in real life, yeah.
It was the first girl to give you them
kindergarten, bro. Kindergarten for sure.
Kindergarten, yeah.
Room two at Telfair Elementary. Yeah. Shout out Miss Fine.
Miss Fine. What was the girl's name? Just give her first name.
I don't remember her name. Yeah, but I remember on the first day of school, we were sitting there. I mean, we basically all lined up, and it was cool to me, right? Like first day of school.
Yeah.
She was wearing a pink dress. That's all I remember, a pink dress. I don't remember her name, and I don't think I ever saw her after kindergarten. But yeah, I remember thinking like, man, like that girl's pretty. I want to sit next to her. That's all I wanted to do was sit next to her.
Did you even talk to her?
Nah, hell no, dude. I didn't have no game. I didn't have game until like I think I met Laura, dude.
Dang.
Yeah, no, I was elementary. Nah, I had no game, dog. I don't want to.
I mean, I'm over here like, oh, dang, like I had any game. I didn't have any. I still don't. I just tripped and fell into Des, honestly. So for me, it was actually a teacher, and it was like I probably had some other crushes. I went to that school in Northridge. It was a bunch of little white girls. I'm sure those little white girls were driving me crazy, but they were mean ass little chicks, bro. I remember this one chick came up to me and was like, "You're ugly because you're so dark," and I was like, "What?" I was like, "Shit, I am dark though." I remember that stayed with me for so long. I'm like, damn, I guess the darker you are, the uglier you are. Back now, I'm like, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Tupac was right.
Oh, why am I so damn dark? These little white girls hate me. But my first real crush I can remember was like, I don't know, it was like grade school, and it was a teacher, bro. I'm not gonna say her name.
At that school?
No. This was already when I moved up to Lancaster, and I'm just gonna say Mrs. H. But damn, bro, she used to wear around kids, and she's wearing this like little tight, form-fitting dress. So me and my buddies used to go up to her desk and ask questions like about the book, like, "Oh, can you?" She would bend over. And anytime she wore this gray dress, I feel like a perv. I hope my kids aren't gonna watch this one, but like it would fall open, and we would just be staring. And then when she'd answer our question, I'd go sit down, and then my buddy would go up, ask another question, so she'd bend down the butt. Bro, she was dope. Honestly, she probably didn't even look that good, but we're young, dumb, and full
of it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that was the first time that I was like, damn, bro, do you think I got a shot with this teacher? Like, I don't know. Maybe after I graduate 8th grade, maybe she'll give me the shot. You know what I mean?
Maybe she'll wait for me.
Hey, but you know what's crazy? That nowadays there are teachers sleeping with little,
Nah, that's crazy, bro. Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, so that was my first crush, and then after that, it was like grade school. It was on. I was just like, I was in love with everything that moved, bro. Anything that has, I was like, I'm in love.
That was the thing I looked forward to every first day of school. Was like, who's gonna be in my class? Who's gonna be in my class?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you're getting me.
Sucio.
Speaking of childhood, what's the one thing that your kids, I guess, or just kids in general, just wouldn't survive from our era?
The 90s,
Yeah,
bro.
put a little thought.
The 90s. I mean, just the
But
stuff
just
that,
what, like anything particular?
just the stuff that I remember. I mean, obviously we didn't have cell phones. I mean, I pretty much had free range, bro. Like, I take off in my bike. I'll be like, I'm gonna go ride my bike, and all right, cool. To be home at whatever before it gets dark, and I would just take off, doing just different streets in Pacoima that, obviously I didn't know. I mean, when you go through neighborhoods you don't know, you see people you don't know, and they don't know you. They're like, "What the hell was this kid doing?" And yeah, like just stuff like that, bro. Like neighborhood issues, bro, that they probably have no idea about. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
because they don't, I don't think my kids ever gone out riding their bike. Like, I'll be back.
No,
Yeah.
that's the exact same for me. Me and my cousin, your nephew too, Davey. We would just we would go take off on our bikes, and we'd be gone all day. We'd come back to eat, take back off again, come back to eat, and we maybe come back at night. But we were just whatever we got into, same kind of stuff.
Didn't he have a basket on his bike with streamer?
Oh, you're gonna get me in trouble.
I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding.
No, but I probably did. No, but yeah, so like you're right, that kind of stuff. Like I don't, nowadays, like my kids, they got their GPS. Like they go to the backyard. I'm like, hey, you left the house. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing in the backyard?
Shit, what are you doing exactly? What are you doing? Like now it's just so different and so crazy, and they don't even know what They don't even know how it was and how crazy it was as a kid. But I mean, I guess that's better. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows how you were raised? Which childhood is better?
Yeah.
But yeah, exact same, 100%. I remember just going with my other cousin Debo, and he was like fucking 10, and maybe I was like 6, and we're gonna walk into the hey, let's go to the liquor store, or let's go to the, let's go get some. And it was like a couple of miles, and we're just walking. And I'm just like a dumb kid. I don't even know what's going on. I'm like, I hope everything turns out okay. I hope I make it home tonight.
In those situations, like, how'd you get out of it? You got into it easy, and you got out. Like, what happened? Yeah, for sure. And like, these kids don't know anything about that. Yeah.
They don't know, bro. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go grab my kids when they're not here tonight, but they'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna go send them on the way. Hey, you guys need to go walk 3 miles to whatever, and let's see if you make it.
Just drop them off on the east side. Come back.
No, I see it, and I'm softer. I would never. I don't even like my kids driving at night. Like, hey, are you sure? I'll drive you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even like any of that. But
I'm the same way.
That's a totally different,
for sure,
different topic. All right, what was your worst beating that you can remember from your parents as a kid, or maybe you didn't get beat? Did you just get talked to like a stern?
I got a stern lecture, and then that corrected my
they
bro.
You're a bad boy, and they let it go.
Yeah. First off, my dad. You obviously know my dad was really old when I was young, when I was born, so he wasn't much of an enforcer. It was always my mom. Like my dad, I was scared of my dad just because he was a man and he was bigger than me, and he just spoke very sternly and very rough and very
a deep voice.
Yeah. But my mom was the enforcer, and my mom whooped me so many times, bro. Like I said,
did she use a weapon or her hand?
She would always use whatever she could grab, bro. Whether it was a belt, mostly it was her hand. But at a certain point, I think I started getting older, and she was kind of like, damn, this hand doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
And it also depended on what it was. And I think the worst one, she used a plunger. And she picked up the plunger, and she grabbed the rubber part, and she just swung it at me, and she got like the back.
Oh, I was gonna say, she hit you with the rubber part at least. Okay, but she was straight wood.
She ain't dumb, bro. And
she straight caned you, bro.
Bro, yeah, dude. And she hit me with the handle of it, and I remember I just took it on the leg, and I ran to my room, and I was crying like, fuck, that hurt. And I remember
walked it up.
I looked, bro, and I looked like I had like a hot dog mark. That's how fucking, dude, from like one end of the thigh to the other.
But how crazy? Can you still picture it?
Yeah, for sure. I remember specifically, dude. Like, yeah.
But see, that's crazy. So see, those are like traumatic events. And
yeah, dude.
Leave us.
But you know what?
They never leave us.
But like I said, now that I'm older, like I know I deserved it. Like I was a little asshole when I was a kid. I deserve that. But
Okay,
I
so
don't think
mine is
I don't think it should have been a plunger. But hey, that was the closest thing. Thankfully, it wasn't a. Thankfully, we don't have like a chimney, dude, and it was like one of those like those
the
whatever. Yeah,
sticker. Yeah.
yeah. So I was like, no,
So
thankfully, whatever.
yeah. So for me, how you were saying, you deserved it. Like I'll admit, like every time I got beat, I deserved it, except for one time. So I'm gonna try to make it quick because it's a long story. But so we were having a big old party. Everybody's there, and I don't know, like everybody stayed the night because like my aunts, uncles were in all the rooms. My mom and her aunts were in my sister's room talking. My grandmother was like asleep on the floor with the guy she was kind of dating at the time, but I don't think anybody was supposed to say they were dating. They were like in the floor in my room, which why weren't they in the bed? I don't know, but they weren't even in the bed. Somebody else was in the bed. It was just like one of those parties where actually that's pretty wild, bro, all that, you know. And so all of us kids were in the living room, right? So apparently, I guess some of the older kids, my older cousins were talking, I don't know, whatever, about my grandma. They were looking in the room, and my room was like 2 doors down from my sister's room. So I guess all the parents heard all the kids like talking about, you know, I don't know, something crazy, right? They said. Anyways, the crazy thing is that all us younger kids, like me, my sister, all of us were the younger ones. We were trying to find out like what's happening with them because all the older kids were like talking, then they run outside. They were all like teenagers at the time. They run out. We're trying to find like what are you guys talking about? What happened? And they wouldn't tell us like get out of here, you know. So whatever. So finally, the end of the night, where all the kids are in the living room watching TV, and I see my mom. The light turns on, the hall light, and my mom comes walking down. I turn to look at her. I remember I was like, oh, like pure joy. We're talking. Remember our last episode about happiness? It was like pure happiness. I see my mom walking, like, oh, she's coming to maybe give me a hug and kiss goodnight in front of everybody. Like, this is awesome. I see her just walking. But as she gets closer, I'm like, hey, she's got kind of a crazy look in her eye, but you know, whatever. Like, okay, you know, maybe I don't know, she's tired. Whatever.
Baby boy.
She walks up. I look, and I like. What's crazy is that like I can still remember like smiling at her, like, hey, mom, and she just clocks me with a slap to the face in front of all my cousins. And honestly, it hurt. What hurt more was like my pride in front of my cousins and she just slapped me. And then she said something like, don't you ever talk about your grandma or something like that. And then just walked away. And all the cousins are just like shocked, just staring at, like, they never see my mom, you know, get crazy like that. And they're just staring at me. And I'm just so humiliated. I can't even cry. I'm just like, I don't even know what to do. And they're just staring at me. And to this day, that I can still remember that vividly. And what's crazy is that it wasn't my fault. I didn't even know what was going on. And so the next day after I explained it to her, I'm expecting to, you know, come here, give me a hug. I'm sorry. Nothing. Just like, oh, well, I guess I was and I'm like, man, that broke my will for a while. I remember we're talking about happiness. I was depressed for a while over that. Cause you know, it took my man, you know, I'm a boy. I was probably 12. The older kids were like probably 14, 15. So I'm just getting into that where I'm getting my maturity and my confidence. And she just blasted it right in front of all my cousins. I remember I was just like, oh man. So anyways, yeah, that was my one whooping that I remember. I mean, I got beat with belts and stuff like that, but you know, nothing like that.
Nothing beat that, bro. To the apex.
Hey, my soul and my confidence is still damaged because of that, and because of that little girl in kindergarten calling me dark, saying I'm ugly sometimes. I can't win, bro. I can't win.
Yeah, those are the two.
Those are the ones. Bro, how old am I? And I still remember both of those like that. You know what I mean? Like traumatic stuff stays with you, honestly. All right, bro. What piece of advice, if you could, would you give your old self at 12? Like, would you give yourself any advice, or would you just let yourself ride out?
If I could talk to myself when I was 12 with the knowledge that I know now, is trust in yourself, have faith in yourself, and don't fall.
Confidence.
Don't fall for what you hear. Like, yeah, there was so much stuff that I'm like, oh, that really? Okay, that's, oh yeah, that's it has to be true. That's what they said. Right, you know, right, there's people that don't have your best intentions at heart when they tell you stuff.
100%.
Yeah.
So if I could do that whole, Marty McFly, go back in time, I would get the almanac, and I would tell myself, have confidence in yourself. And you're right. Like, don't, like, back then when I was a kid, I took everything to heart. Like, anybody would say, oh, you're dumb, you're ugly. Like, oh, I guess I am.
Yeah, they must be, because they know.
I'm a mental, bro. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you don't even think any different. So I would tell myself, hey, have confidence, bro. You're going to turn into be a badass dude. You're going to bang a lot of no, but I would tell myself, that would be the main thing I would do, is like, hey, have confidence, believe in yourself, and don't give so much, like, I gave so much like credibility and stuff to people that ended up like later on in it, like, hey, man, yeah, just like, why was I following them? Why was I hanging around with them for so, yeah, 100%. Okay, rapid fire. What was one thing that from your childhood you wish your kids could have experienced? Maybe it's that whole going out and doing that stuff.
I think it was a good, the innocence part of rolling through the neighborhood, bro. Like getting on your bike and just taking a ride.
Like as a kid, that was like freedom,
Yeah, like now you don't have that. Now they don't do that. And I mean, I think it's that that lack of technology, bro. Because technology is good, but it's also bad because it kills a lot of the stuff that
100%. For me, kind of the same. Like, I grew up with tons of cousins on my dad's side, tons of cousins on my mom's side. My kids have grown up with 0 cousins on my mom's side, and like cousins on their mom's side, or on my side, 0 cousins. On their mom's side, they have some, but they don't like, they hung out sometimes when they were young, but their mom and they don't even hang out. So it's like, they don't have a relationship with those cousins either. So it's like, oh damn, man, that makes me sad, because I like those, how they say your family or your cousins are your first real true friends. Like, all of my memories from as a kid were cousins from my mom's side or my dad's side, playing and growing up, and just like every good childhood memory usually involved some cousin or whatever, and they weren't able to experience that. I mean, I'm glad that they're close and they're tight and, whatever, but it's like, damn, I wish they would have been able to grow up with, cousins that they could have, because like your cousins help shape you, you know what I mean? They help, like on my dad's side, my cousins kind of like, that was where I got a little bit of like street knowledge, like, you know what I mean? Like my cousins were like, my dad's side were a little bit more rough and we were getting in the mix. And then my mom's side was totally different, but I got other stuff from them. So it's like, I got like, both worlds.
Yeah. Because
I wish they would have gotten that.
Cousins are like you said, bro, the first homies, and that's such a good like experience, because you meet people through them. You meet people because they bring people around you. Yeah, that's awesome. 100%. But yeah, I mean, yeah, but you know what? They got cousins now. They're gonna hang out with them, hopefully.
They do? What cousins? They got
my kids. They can hang out with my kids.
Are they? But see, are they cousins? What is that considered second?
No, because my kids are your cousins. Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm cousins with your.
Man, that family's all crazy.
Actually, me and your kids are first cousins.
Yeah. My bad.
Hey, so if your kids want to go ride bikes, I'm down, bro. I'll break out.
Down the street on the 10th Street.
I'll go down the street, but I can't go.
Yeah.
I gotta go back.
Yeah. No, we'll get you.
But you are right though. Like, I hope our kids do. Your son is already older, and like the kids already are starting to, like, my daughters are starting to play with Felix, and so it's like they are getting closer. I think if we keep them all together, like, even though there's kind of an age difference, I think they'll, like, bro, your daughter Natalia is just like, she's dope as shit. Like, I love her personality at the party, at the tournament, the way she was right there, and like, she's like, I'll help you score keep. Like, I love that, bro. She's cool as shit.
She's like her mom.
She's dope. Yeah.
She's a lot like her mom. Yeah. Shout out to her.
Cool. That's good. All right, where are we at? 29. Oh, look, we're about to finish. We got 1 minute.
Got 1 minute. I'm about to finish.
Last question.
That's great.
So this is it. Just the overall. What was your overall view towards your childhood? Good, bad? You wish it would have been better? You're content? You're happy? I mean, you turned out to be a pretty good dude. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I don't think you should have any complaints.
No, I have plenty of complaints, but my child, I mean, I'm gonna tell you this. My childhood, like I said, I know my parents love me. I know I had a great time with my cousins. Some of the best times, actually. Um, I can't complain. I mean, I can say, you know what? I wish my mom and dad did a little bit more of this, that, whatever. But I mean, I loved it, bro. It was something that shaped me, that made me what I am. There were certain things that were, they were a little different and whatever, but like for the memories, can't complain. For the experience, can't complain at all. And like I said, I mean, it is what it is, bro. You accept it for what it is and for what it was, and then you go from that, and you try to shape your kids to be better than you were. Yeah.
Right. So I feel the same way. Like, I have positive memories of my childhood. My parents divorced, but it wasn't until I was already, older. I think I just graduated high school, so it's like I'm not gonna be here crying. Oh, I came from a broken family.
Step brothers, or what?
Yeah, I was already an adult, bro.
You're 39. Yeah. I'm not gonna call him dad.
Hey, that's a good. We should talk about movies sometime.
We should, bro. I love that movie, dude.
That would be good. I love that movie too. But like, I had the same way. Like, I have some things that, I wish, but the one thing I've learned though is that, like, as I've gotten older, my parents, I look at them more. When you're a kid, you look at your parents. You're a kid, you don't know, like, that's your whole world. They're perfect in your eyes as a kid. And then as you become an adult, like, oh, I'm starting to, wait, they did that? Oh, wait, they did that? Like, they're not perfect. They're actually, but that's the whole point. They're human. You know how many times I've screwed up in front of my kids and done some dumb, you know what I mean? So it's like, I can't hold them accountable for being human, like they're people too. They're not these, gods that we are perfect and they're gonna, so I appreciate everything that they've done for me, and I don't have any, regrets. And anything that was negative, I look at it kind of how you did, like, okay, that was the one negative. I didn't like that part of my childhood, so I want to change that for my kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, in the end, like, you gotta use what you got, and it's not all gonna be good. Some is bad, but hey, you turn that into a good. And I know when my kids are adults, they're probably gonna be like, oh God, like, they start looking back and like, my dad did this, my dad did that, because we are all human, I've gotten drunk in front of my kids. They've seen me had to get put to bed like a child, you know what I mean? Like, so I just hope they someday realize, all you can do is just, our childhoods is like, our parents were doing their best, the best that with the tools that they have, that they got from their parents. And that's why it always gets better. We did better. I hope, like, I hope my kids think that I did good for them. And then I hope they're better parents to their kids than I was, like, that's the whole point, is right. We should just be better and better and better. And
I think you're better than the generation before you, dog, for sure.
Yeah, because if you're not, that's when there's problems. Yeah. If your kids aren't better than you, then you did something wrong. That's right.
My kids already have me beat like tenfold, bro. Yeah. They're better humans than I will ever be.
Oh, bro, my son is already smarter than me at this age than I am. You know what I mean? Like, I won't even try to question him now. He's smarter. I'll admit it, and he's still in school. So
and he's only gonna get smarter. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Actually, I don't know if I want that, but all right, bro. Hey, that was our quickie. We're at 33 minutes. I think we did good. I think we should try to get it under 30, but I mean, honestly, that's good. Although I've never had a quickie go longer than 8 minutes, but
I'm like 4.5.
So, hey, let's leave it at that. Let's tell our audience, if you guys have some good childhood memories, please comment below. If you disagree with us, if you think we're crazy on, whatever, like, comment. Tell us how you grew up. Was it the same? Was it different? Do you hate your parents? Do you love your parents? I mean, let us have it. And don't forget, if you haven't, I mean, I think everybody who watches has subscribed, but if you haven't subscribed, bro, let's keep this going, man. This is fun. This is like family. We're trying to, help people, or maybe help ourselves, huh? This is like therapy for us, I think, more than anybody.
I mean, for me,
I'll let you close it. I'll let you close it, brother. I
love it because I can let it out. But yeah, for sure. No, I have no final thoughts. No final thoughts.
That's perfect. All right.
Just thank you. Thank you.
Exactly. That's what I. Thank you. All right, let me stop.